My name's Chris Cole. I was born in North Carolina and grew up in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. And I currently reside at both coasts, West and East. I've been skating for 22 years. I believe I've been pro for 8 of them. And I'm sponsored by Monster, DC, Zero skateboards, Stance socks, Thunder trucks, Spitfire wheels, Kershaw knives, Rain skate shop.
What inspired you to first get into skateboarding?
I saw I was at my grandmother's house because my mom worked on the weekends, and so I was at my grandmother's house and I was looking out her front bay window, and there was a kid who skated by, and this is in '89 or about 88, 89 area, and he looked super duper cool, and I thought it was awesome, and I wanted a skateboard too. So I started asking my mom for a skateboard, and she was a nurse, and she didn't give me a skateboard for 2 years of asking, and then eventually she saw that I was relentless with it, and it eventually got me one, and that was it. I was hooked.
That's pretty sweet. Where did you skate locally? When you started, what was your scene? Was there skate parks? Was there 6 street spots? What was it like?
Well, for the first year, I skated the street out front of my mom's house, and that's it. And I didn't go around the block or anything. The second year, I started going around the block and skating curb cut bumps and curbs around the neighborhood. But as I got older, skate parks did open that were closer, and I'd spend the weekends skating there and skating street. So we'd skate there on Friday night, and then skate street, and then skate street again on Sunday.
That's pretty sick, man. Now, after getting sponsors and stuff, how did you first get connected with Zero? I'm interested to know how that went down, how you got connected with that.
Well, I was riding for the same shoe brand as Jamie Thomas at the time, and so he asked me what my current plan was to go pro with the board company that I was with, and I said, oh yeah, they're not sure what they're gonna do with me, and they were like, oh, that's alarming. So I started to kind of gravitate toward that, toward Zero's sort of presence and what I liked and what I didn't, and it kind of started to fit that mold. So eventually Jamie took note of that, and he asked me to ride for Zero, and that was it.
That's pretty awesome. Now, when you went pro, what did that feel like? Was that pretty sick or what? It must have been pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. I mean, there are certain goals that you have, kind of like dreams, and mine was to go pro, and I really wanted to go pro. But once it got into the grasp of turning pro, I wanted to turn pro at the right time for the right reason, and I didn't want anybody to ever wonder whether I should be pro. Oh, he hasn't paid his dues, so I waited a long time before I turned pro. And yeah, it was a dream come true. I always thought as a kid that I'd be in there designing every single board graphic that I have and stuff and after years of being pro, it turns into a full-time job. I mean, that's why they have artists that work there, and we've worked together for so long now, and they have done my graphics for so long, they know exactly what I like, so they bring me basically a finished product, what do you think? And I'm like, that's perfect.
That's sick. So that's awesome. We have a segment we call Skate Local 8. It's just first and favorites, so it's just basically just 8 quick runs of what's your favorite tricks to warm up with?
Favorite trick? I guess flat ground kick flips are usually a pretty good warm up. Also ollieing every crack that you ride by, ollie, 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 ollie.
Favorite street? We've been skating Street League for a couple of years. Favorite Street League course so far? Can you name one?
Favorite Street League course? That is really difficult.
They're all pretty sick. They look pretty sick.
You know what? I'll probably just go with the Jurassic, Glendale, Arizona.
All right. First pro model that you owned. Do you remember the first pro model that you owned?
Yeah, it was Michael Whaley. Elephant.
That's sick.
Yeah.
First time dropping in, how did it go? Land or like death?
I think I landed it. I don't remember actually learning how to drop in though. It's like kind of funny. Like I don't remember that, and I don't remember the first time I dropped in on bird either.
Favorite video part?
Oh, that's extremely tough. I'd probably say. God, Jamie Thomas, Welcome to Hell.
All right, that's dope, man. Favorite part that you've made so far?
Ride the Sky.
Favorite local spot, hometown?
Man, that is tough. I guess maybe the Penn Ledges.
All right, favorite city or touring skate spot?
Australia is pretty good.
Yeah. I think that's what, when we asked Jamie Thomas, he said Sydney was his favorite really city
good,
too.
Man.
All right, so we're gonna wrap it up. I know recently you just did something with your sponsors where you did a big thing with Philadelphia, the Police Athletic League, and you flew out a bunch of kids to Woodward. How important do you think it is for pros or anyone on a local level to be involved in like their hometown or the local community and doing something for a community as a skater?
I think it's important just to be anyone that does anything locally with your community, because I mean, if everybody kind of chipped in a little bit to like help out their community, and I mean, we'd have a pretty awesome society. So, you know, if I can just give like a couple people a really good memory of their life, you know, that's definitely worth the hardship.
Now, your trailer for Cold War is dope. Congrats. I'm totally looking forward to that video. It's going to be super epic. Where can people connect with you online, follow what you're doing, and stay connected with any news?
You can usually see what I'm doing from chriscoleskate.com, and then any of my sponsors, DC Shoes and Monster, and usually every one of my sponsors has what I'm doing.
Awesome. Thanks a lot for your time, man.
Yeah, thanks.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, likewise.